live. We're there for you. ABC4 News at 4:30 starts now.
And welcome back. We thank you for staying with us. I'm Emily Flores.
And I'm Courtney Johns. And we begin this half hour in Idaho with the gruesome murders of 4 college students. The investigation now 2 weeks old as police sift through tips and evidence. ABC's Kayna Whitworth has been there tracking the case and sat down with the father of one of the victims.
Students on edge at the University of Idaho as the search for the killer in that brutal quadruple homicide enters its 3rd week.
It is disconcerting that there is somebody out there who's done such a horrible thing and they haven't been caught.
The school posting this notice on social media Monday, writing increased security will be on site for the remainder of the semester. Steve Goncalves, the father of one of the victims, 21-year-old Kaylee, now shedding new light on what happened that night in his first sit-down interview.
It was fast, and nobody suffered and nobody felt like that kind of pain.
2 other roommates survived on the ground floor, waking up several hours later, calling friends over when their roommates were unresponsive.
Do you know the reason why the initial concern was that a roommate was passed out?
I know the girls reached out via texting and calling, so I can only assume that by the phones being ignored, knowing how my daughter is not going to ignore calls and texting.
Officials maintain the murders happened between 3 and 4 a.m. and that the first 911 call was made around noon. Just hours later, Steve was informed of his daughter's death, not by police, but by family members on campus.
Let's call Maddie. And then you realize Maddie's gone too.
Madison Mogan was Kaylee's lifelong best friend. The pair seen together in their final hours of life, laughing and ordering late-night food before getting a ride home together in what Steve described as a sorority-designated driver service.
You can't imagine sending your girl to college and then they come back in an urn.
And now, the families of the victims growing frustrated by the lack of answers.
I haven't earned the ability to grieve the way that I want to grieve. I want to be able to have justice first.
Now, Steve does say that he plans to speak at the candlelight vigil on Wednesday. He says he doesn't want the city of Moscow to fall apart over this. And in a show of solidarity, that vigil will be held in various locations across the entire state. Kayna Whitworth, ABC News, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.